This is Kutztown Live, Kutztown University's campus and community issues talk radio magazine. You can listen back to any of our episodes of Kutztown Live by going to Spotify and searching Kutztown University Radio. And now, your hosts of Kutztown Live. And good afternoon. Welcome to Kutztown Live here on the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR. I am your host, Mike Reggs, and just a little public service announcement for you. This is the last time you're going to hear Kutztown Live on a Friday. We're moving back to our time from a couple of years ago, if you might remember. Tuesdays are the new time, Tuesdays at 2 o'clock. So that's going to be the new time for Kutztown Live with your same hosts from last year. They just couldn't do Friday anymore based on class schedule, Josh and Aaron. I'm just doing today's show because my students are not available today, but Josh and Aaron will be your regular hosts with Kelby producing beginning next week. And every other week will be our bi-weekly Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce segment, of which one is today. So I'd like to welcome Lori and her special guests in the studio right now. Lori, how are you doing?
I am fine, Mike. Thank you so much for continuing our Northeast Berks Chamber segment, and we are now in year 4. So I'm thrilled.
Cannot believe it's been that long.
To be partnering with you for that long. So thank you again for that.
All right, my pleasure.
Before I introduce our guest today from Stevens Electric in Fleetwood, PA, I'd like to give an update on some of the happenings and projects of the Northeast Berks Chamber. First of all, this month, January of 2020, we have published our brand new Business Directory and Community Guide. Those are available to you at the office. Every member will be receiving one by mail, and you can find our digital directory on our website at northeastberkschamber.com. And remember, the digital flipbook has live links for websites and email addresses, so that puts you in touch and makes it very accessible to get to our members. Also, I'd like to talk about our next breakfast meeting. As you know, every month on the third Friday, we host and organize a very popular breakfast meeting. The next one will be held on February 21st, and that will be held at our member venue, the Reading Regional Airport. We'll be talking about community media with Heather Adams, the executive director of BCTV. Lions Fiddle Festival will be our sponsor. Heather's topic is a citizen's guide to community media, and our nonprofit partner for February 21st will be member Gray Muzzle Manor. That's the Reading Regional Airport at 2501 Burnville Road. Registration is open now on our website at northeastberkschamber.com. Also, coming up next week, we have a very special and interesting networking event. It will be a ribbon-cutting event and grand opening on January 30th at the Chick-fil-A in Muhlenberg Township on the 5th Street Highway. It's a brand-new standalone store. The owner, Jonathan Stone, formerly owned the Chick-fil-A at the Berkshire Mall in Wyomissing, and we are very pleased to participate in that program. So join us at 9 a.m. on January 30th on the 5th Street Highway at Chick-fil-A. Now I'd like to introduce our special business guest today. As I mentioned, Stevens Electric in Fleetwood, PA is one of our newer members. They joined just a few months ago. And here in the studio today, we have the president and CEO, Josh Stevens, and his lovely wife, Tony Stevens, who's the office manager. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Josh, let me start with you. Let's talk about Stevens Electric. Probably for those people in Fleetwood and the surrounding area, they're familiar with your business, which is family-owned, and you mentioned to me that is over 25 years old. Tell me about the business and how it got started.
The business was actually founded in 1987 by my father, and I took over control in 2012. We're a small company, but we do serve most of southeastern Pennsylvania.
I noticed when I was looking at your website that you do not only residential, but commercial and industrial electrical contracting. Why don't you tell us about some of your clients or some of the projects that you've undertaken?
We do everything from hanging a simple light fixture to rewiring an entire house. Residential, commercial, industrial. We like to say if it has a wire attached, we can hook it up for you.
Well, that sounds great. And we know that electricians are, I think, in constant demand. If you're a homeowner, you're always looking for plumbers and electricians. I would say that's true. I also noticed something special on your website, and you have some sort of certification related to generators. What is that?
We are certified dealers and installers for Generac generators, which is the #1 brand in the country.
Now, do you find a need for that here in Berks County?
There's a general need for generators across the nation.
Now, if somebody would like to get in touch with you, Josh, how would they find Stevens Electric?
Well, it's pretty simple. Our website, StevensElectricLLC.com, or you can call me personally. The number listed is actually a direct line to my cell phone. That's 610-316-9998.
Do you offer potential customers free estimates when they call you if they're looking and getting some quotes from various electricians for a project?
We do. Not only do we offer free estimates, but we also do not charge any emergency fees. There's no after-hours fees, no service call fees or door fees. We try to do standardized pricing as much as possible, so the price will be stated up front, and there's no additional costs.
What are some of the common electrical problems that homeowners face? I know sometimes, we see these unfortunate news stories about homes that have burned down as a result of some kind of wiring problem in the wall. Is there something specific to new construction or even older homes that you see as a common problem that people should really pay attention to?
Well, given the age of most homes in our part of the country, most homes have been updated throughout the years, sometimes not properly. A common problem in this area is knob and tube wiring. Just the nature of the system is not safe, wasn't designed to or intended to carry the amount of load or the amount of electronic equipment that most people have today. So we always recommend removing it and upgrading whenever possible.
And I would guess, I don't know this for certain, but you will, that perhaps over time certain codes change. Would that be true? So where you may have been, have your wiring according to code, maybe something's changed and you realize that you're not up to code.
Yes, it changes every year. Codes change continuously. And we do stay up on the codes when we can certainly see if your home is up to code.
I have Tony here in the studio, as I mentioned. Tony, what do you think sets Stevens Electric apart from maybe some other electrical contractors in and around Berks County?
I would say it's transparency. A part of what we do differently is we have more transparent and flat prices, like my husband just mentioned. But beyond that, we are also giving each employee that we hire a background check that goes into homes, because I know it's just more important in these times to just have that complete transparency to know exactly who's coming to your house.
Yeah, I think that's great because you're thinking about the safety of your customer. And sometimes not just seniors, but anyone really might be afraid to open the door without proper identification, etc. Or be concerned that if they're home alone and somebody comes in, they just want to know that they're safe and that those people have been checked out. Okay, would you like to give us your contact information one more time before we close?
You can visit us on our website. That is www.stevenselectricllc.com. And the direct phone number is 610-316-9998.
When you visit northeastberkschamber.com and you find the digital directory tab, you'll also find Stevens Electric in our book with those live links for your website and email. So that's another way to contact you if you're a chamber member. All right. Thank you. We appreciate your interview today.
All right. And thanks so much, Lori. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
All right. Thanks, Mike. See you then.
See you then.